going on, folks? This is Objective Reviews, back taking a look at the 2020 Honda Battle of the Bands. I think that this is a great event to kind of end the previous 2019 season, even though it's a little bit after football season, and get us all in the mind frame of doing all of our speculating and social media surfing and everything to get ready for the new year. But there were some great performances that took place, and I'm going to take a look at those and give some commentary, give a few observations, and we'll see how things go. Let's jump right in. So first up, we're going to look at Sweet Sensation of Benedict College, and I'm not very familiar with them, to be honest, but let's take a look and see. They definitely dressed for the occasion, but one piece of immediate feedback I would give is you guys are off the field, so nobody can really see because of all of the entourage down there. But let's see what they got. I think their dance to She Came to Give It to You. This song was popular 2014-ish. But you can always bring something back, but this is not necessarily a classic song. But let's see what they do. I think that they might be a little overdressed for the occasion. I know that everybody tries to show out. Now, just off bat, we got some timing issues here, and somebody's already lost one of those hats, which is why you typically, either find some way to attach it or whatever. The technique definitely needs some work a little earlier, and then we need to make sure that our formations are what we want them to be, and that we're doing stuff full out. Because look at this formation, and that pirouette was kind of cheated. So they definitely have some work to do. They're in the SIAC, hey. Alright, so next up in 6th place, we got the Hampton University Evany Fire. Now, I will say that Evany Fire is a little bit slept on as a team, but the Golden Delight influence here is pretty strong. I haven't seen until recently Evany Fire do some of these things. Now, mind you, Hampton's head band director was on A&T staff for a number of years. However, even prior to, they weren't doing this stuff, and I get that it's appealing and that it's actually more popular than people want to give credit for, the more versatile style, but this looks like something that I've seen before in some way, and I'm going to put a little picture-in-picture down here to kind of see. This looks like something from A&T's Jungle Show from 2012, from the slow entrance to the team coming on and then joining in. That's just my opinion. It's no shade or anything. Evany Fire is off-center, first of all, but I would like to see them be a little cleaner throughout the season. Like, you see that big hole back there in the right corner? I've seen them be much better than this, and I've seen them be much cleaner, and I've seen, better things. This here is also giving me another Golden Delight reference from their circus feature way back in 2009 versus South Carolina State. And I mean, it is what it is. I think that they should focus on their own style. Even this uniform gives me a little bit of Golden Delight's Egyptian feature from 2015. And so, along with the multiple spacing issues that I see here, I think that they have some work to do. But if you look at some of their features from the season, they were much more well put together. I know that getting ready for Honda is difficult, coming right off a winter break and all of that, but I've definitely seen them be much better than this. So as the new season starts, I expect that they'll continue that trend. This just wasn't, their best day. But I would say that I would like to see them be more true to their style. In 5th place, we have the Sophisticated Ladies of Tennessee State University, and this was a great song to play. It's called I'm Good by the R&B group Black. Check it out. It's from the Honey soundtrack, the dance movie. Only problem was that the tempo didn't really let them do. Look at this long transition here. That's high school at its finest, so we want to get away from that. But I really don't know what direction Sophisticated Ladies are going in these days. I know they've changed sponsors or something or whatnot. I really don't know. But this just wasn't the best performance from them. I would like to know that I see ponytails are coming back. You know, back in the early 2000s, that was the thing for dancers. They're kind of creeping their way back in. This wasn't a bad routine, but like this, we've seen this before somewhere. And I would like for them to develop a style. And I don't know if they have it because they were trying to be technical. Now they're doing a lot of bucking type stuff. And, you know, you can do both, but it's not really mixed well, if I can say that. And so I would like to see them, you know, first of all, do something a little more up-tempo. But they're on their way. I just want to see them develop a style and stick to it, if that makes sense. Alright, now in fourth place we got the Prancing J sets of Jackson State University. Now as you can see, for whatever reason, we only have 3 ladies out here dancing, and to be honest, their style doesn't really suit that. So they had to do the best that they had to do, and I commend them for hanging in there and doing what they had to do, because we definitely live in some times where people are quit when the times get tough. So it really shows their dedication to the organization. Now with that said, there were a lot of, well, not a lot, but there were definitely a few timing issues, and they couldn't really be as creative as one can be with a larger team, but they still did their thing. It just wasn't that entertaining, to be honest. It's not really their fault. It's just, you know, they can only do what they can do with what they're given. So I hope that in the next year, you know, they're able to, you know, get back to the J sets that we all know. But this just wasn't their day, to be completely honest. And, you know, I know that they have a big fan base, and some people may not agree with this ranking, but, I mean, that just wasn't that entertaining to me. You know, it was well put together, and it was executed well, but that's about it. Alright, next up we have third place. I have the Prairie View A&M Black Foxes. Now I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this one, for putting them in third place, but to be honest, I was a little surprised. Now they did step out of their comfort zone. If you look at some of my videos from earlier in the season, you saw that I critiqued them on not having a lot of choreography and just, you know, throwing some stuff in there with some technique. They definitely had better choreography, but I wish that they would make better use of the space that they have. They pretty much dance between the 45s, and with, you know, 20-something girls on a good day, I think that they could do more in the creativity department. I will say, and it's coming up soon, their technique is so clean. They transition from funk to jazz so easily. It's going to be coming up in a second here. They're doing this funky move, and then they pull right up. It's coming up right now. Look at this. Look at how they pull right up right here. Look at that. That is so clean. And that's really good, but I want to see them push the envelope creatively. And I think that in the SWAC especially, that's why they don't get mentioned as much as one would think, is because they just don't push the envelope. They're great dancers, they put together great performances, they have great uniforms, but something is missing here. And, you know, as great as they are, I felt like this is where they deserve to be. So if you disagree, you know, let's talk about it respectfully in the comments, but this is where I felt they belonged, and I want more from them. Now coming up in second is the Qisas Dance Company of Grambling State University, and I have to be honest with you, I was surprised myself that I put them in second. They're good dancers and everything, but the band is distracting, but I feel like they had a great day at Honda this year, and I was very impressed. They had a song that was down tempo, but they were up tempo the entire time, and that's good choreography. I also think that, you know, they were a little sassy and they had good technique. I still wish they had more room to dance in, but I think that they edged out Prairie View just a little bit, because I went back and forth about where to place them, and I just think that their technique was very well executed. Prairie View used a lot less technique than they usually do, and I noticed that, but I think that, you know, Qisas did their thing here. I thought it was very clean. I think that they made a better use of their limited space than they have in other points throughout the season. And so this is where I put them. I thought this was a good routine. I wasn't really feeling the song, but I thought that they made the very best of it and were very technical. I'm a technique guy, so, you know, hey, I don't know. Let me know what you think, though. I'm sure there'll be some folks that disagree with me, but I also love this uniform, and I think they did a good performance, and I really love the showmanship, which is lacking from a lot of teams. I should be able to see that you are showing out anywhere in this stadium, from the nosebleed seats all the way down to the front row. Come on now, y'all know Golden Delight put on the best show. Bam! Switch leap. Look at how the girls join in. This is creative genius. Right here in Atlanta, Georgia, looking right at you. I thought this was amazing. The energy and showmanship, which is something I felt that Golden Delight has been lacking, or, well, inconsistent with over the last couple of seasons, is back. Golden Delight has a certain swag, and I thought that honestly they had lost a lot of it, but it's back. And for anybody that thinks that what they're doing is new, I'm going to put a little picture-in-picture down here. This routine reminds me of one they did in 2013. Golden Delight has been beasting with the technique. Please do not let their versatility fool you. Don't let the flags and batons fool you. They get down. When it's time to get down on the field and handle business, this is all business. And to any high school young ladies that are out here watching this that want to make a team, learn some of this routine. That beginning part, that's straight across the floor that people do in auditions. Look at this here. This is creative genius. Now, I'm sorry, Honda is a show for all people, not just band heads. And you heard how much house they got compared to the other teams. Whether Golden Delight is your cup of tea or not, you can't really deny that. So, yeah, they are number one. I hope that going into the next season, 2020 fall season, I hope that they keep this same energy consistently. I got a couple more things to say, so don't go anywhere yet. Definitely want to shout out Showtime Webb for his hard work and giving us these videos, and a couple other things I want to talk about. As we get ready to go into this parade season and audition season and the next band season, I just encourage everybody to take some time to speak some positivity over these ladies. I think it's one thing to critique a performance, but I do have an opinion about how some of our view into some of these ladies' lives has become a little too much. And I need to say that I hope that people will think about them as students first. I understand that they are, to a certain degree, public figures. And we live in the age of TMZ and the Shade Room and Baller Alert. And we want to know what's going on. And that's fine. And, you know, this is not a shot at anybody in particular. I see a lot of things on social media and in some of the group chats that we have and all of that. I know I'm going to get attacked for this, and it's okay. Honestly, I don't care. But I think that folks should back off a little bit. You know, everybody likes a good glass of tea sometimes, but let's not make it less fun. Let's enjoy this craft and not always look for negativity. That's it. I'm getting ready to close out, you guys. As always, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm working my way up in the followers department. I know I'm not as popular as some of the other folks, but you know, I can only be me and I can only do what I do. So I hope that you'll continue to watch. I hope that you'll tell a friend about my channel, give me some more subscribers so that I can continue to give some feedback that I feel is constructive, whether it's used or not. You know, just engage in some dialogue about this craft. So more things coming. Thank you all for watching and enjoy.